It's always good to know when you have the power. The video got cut off. I was abruptly interrupted, but I'm still going to say what I have to say. Okay. Right when I was getting to the part of protection, so that's some sort of a confirmation, in my humble opinion, and it just illustrates my point. But that's what happens when you start operating. At a when you have that deeper connection to your higher self. It brings these expansiveness into your life, and you become like a John Lennon, or somebody real big, like a big rock star, like an eccentric rock star seed, right? And you in love on top of all of that. Doesn't have to be with a person. It could be with yourself or what you do. You're just so grounded and so focused that when it comes to that third eye, operating from that third eye puts you in a deeper connection to your higher self. And then you have this outer, how do I want to say this? Because it's real erotic and sexual at the same time. Real spiritual and sexual at the same time. Okay, I'm here to tell you, you're somebody who is full of compassion. I got your amethyst. Phantom quartz is great for your expression, gifts, and your originality. So by you operating from that third eye, that actually makes sense that that crystal would be great for that, because that best describes what you're doing right now, where you're at within yourself, like your higher self. You've been noticing a lot of the spiritual signs, like they've been like, I don't want to say slap you in the face for figure of speech, but just you being in that place of receiving that divine feminine energy. Now you got that open heart chakra, that passionate love, that belonging. You make everybody fall in love with you. That's why rhodonite is good for that. That describes you: compassion, yin yang, fertility, creativity. And you got that fierceness about yourself as well. That destruction, dissolution, that ecstasy. You're in that energy of radical rebirth. You're fierce, you're erratic, untamed. The part of you that you actually give this part of you full control, where most people don't, because this mf'er, she's the one who's she's releasing your inhibition. She's untamed. This is her. Is that fire. She's the fire starter. To combine, she's bringing that inspiration that combines your spirituality with sexuality. That's why I said Naomi Malone is goddess. Enjoy all things with sensuality. And you being in your higher purpose has propelled you to practice a lot of inner strength and protection. That's how you're able to flex those muscles, those spiritual muscles and physical muscles. Now it's like a combination of both that make others crumble. Even a former version of yourself probably would have crumbled under those circumstances. That's why Amanzanite, objectivity, filter, truth. You being in your higher purpose, you have no choice but to be truthful. And Cinnabar is good for that untamed energy, that sexuality and spirituality, enjoying all things with sensuality. That Cinnabar, that manifestation, wealth, inspiration. Those four stones describe you, all of who I'm talking to. Now, these stones that I'm about to name next is 5 more stones that are for your protection. Black tourmaline, bisnite or bisbite, rose aura quartz, obsidian, and rainbow myenite. Rainbow myenite is about chakra alignment and foundation and karma. It's a high vibrational stone, so it allows you to face any challenging karmic patterns and pull out the drudgery of the past that is ingrained in the energetic body. It heals emotional traumas on every level, rebuilding that foundation for a healthy support system from inside out, and it connects you to your spiritual team. Obsidian, shadows, mirror, amorphous. And this is a more dark, mysterious crystal. It reaches the depths of our shadow side, shedding light on what needs to be healed in order to move forward. It serves as a mirror, revealing our deepest truth. It's a crystalline structure. It moves beyond conventional time to dip into the past, present, or future. Rose aura quartz, that's heart's desire, love, divine. These are energetic love, vibrates on a soul level, penetrating that body through its many layers of tissue all the way down to the cells. It is a crystal of love, with that ability to shift one's sense of self, provide nourishment of your growth, like ninth house energy, that spiritual transformation. And it transforms fears and doubts into unconditional love, and it creates a strong bond with God. It creates a synergy between the pineal gland, that's located between the brain and associated with your third eye. And bisbite, that's timing, action, change. Timing is everything. It's an impeccable knack for right timing that can encourage you to try new things, pursue your opportunities, or change anything that needs to be updated. And it opens a connection between you and your base chakra and your heart chakra, and it infuses you with unconditional love for yourself and others. And it's expressed, it encourages you to express it through action, movement, progression, to move toward true alignment between you and your soul. It updates what's outdated with joy, and it recharges your life. And your tourmaline, your black tourmaline, is grounded, protection, detox. That's an energetic bodyguard. It acts as a psychic shield, protecting you from destruction, negativity, and psychic attacks. And is excellent for establishing boundaries and deflects unwanted mental energies. It is also used for grounding, stabilizing your foundation on earth, and making sure both feet are on the ground. And it has a natural electric spark to it, so it absorbs fears and transmutes those emotions into positive energies. And it balances your root chakra and detoxes all anxiety. With the helping hand of God, these 5 stones are meant to protect you for where you're at, as I just eloquently put it. And I mentioned pyrite. That's a good stone for your prosperity and your success and your blessings, and mercy. It doesn't even matter who's doing it. You could not know the people, or you could know the people that could be doing this. I know they're associated with jinns, or jinns are associating themselves with them. That's why you're coming out so fierce. You're coming out swinging. I see the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords, but I also see the King of Wands and the King of Swords. I also see the King of Cups. That's the emotional intelligence, because you're healing. You're healing yourself, and you're balancing both your masculine and feminine energy. It's not easy to be responsible for delivering any kind of sermon, especially when you're the helping hand of the Most High. You look at the stories of the prophets. Look at all the stuff they went through. They went through massive calamities. So we as people in this day and time is no exception to the rules. Everybody go through stuff. So if I'm going to go through drama, if we're meant to be here on earth and experience a lot of drama, in my humble opinion, I wouldn't want to go through it without purpose. I don't want to just be sitting there. It's like, why is all this happening to me? I'm not doing nothing. I'm not a person who doesn't want to do nothing. But that's me. But you're receiving these downloads. You're doing your thing. You and your highest, you and your north node. How does it feel? Like, just really ponder that part. How does it feel? Like, I feel like with this card, like, you're not, like, you feel like you're lifted off the ground. You know, and this keeps coming out. Your chakra, your third eye chakra. You know, this is your higher self. You're doing you and you're doing it well. That's you grounded. I can't think of anything else to say positive. I mean, I can think of a lot of things to say positive, but I like that with these combination of cards and the crystals that best describe you, your amethyst. Make sure you get some of these because they're all God's living things. So they do carry a life energy. They carry an energy. It's not like you're replacing them with the Most High. You're not. But yeah, you're black tourmaline, bizbite, rose ore quartz, obsidian, black obsidian, rainbow Mayanite, and your pyrite. Like, you can't take for granted that people are going to put irons on you unintentionally. Even the people who wish you well, like, they mean to give you good advice. It doesn't mean it's the best advice. Keep that in mind. And you don't mean to be rude, but sometimes people could be really annoying with that shit. Like, especially when it hasn't been solicited. Like, I didn't ask, but you're volunteering it, and you don't want to be rude, but it does get annoying. People are not just attacking you. Sometimes they come for your children along with you, your whole family. Somebody wants to see you burn. And I see a lot of aggressive energy, but through passion, aggressive through love. Like, you're standing your ground in the name of love, in the name of God, in the name of God's love. People are just coming for you. Like, they just do not like how they are not a part of your journey. They're not sitting at your table. They don't have a seat at your table of abundance. And it's more than just food. It's more than just money. It's more than just jewelry. It's more than just eating oysters, like being like ritzy titsy. It's more than that. You have so many upgrades. You've experienced so many like this huge transformation. Like, the same people don't even recognize you anymore. Let's be for real. Like, you're not even the same person you once was. And why would you be if they're experiencing something like that? Like, people might think it's harsh that you even shut fun down, whatever fun was at that time. They think it's harsh. They probably think you're rude. They probably think you're a bitch. But it's not their opinion that counts. Like, anybody can have an opinion. That's okay. You can't take it personal about people's opinions because everybody has one. And it's based off of what's comprehensive for that person moving forward. So if that person is saying things that are not in depth, they don't think before they speak, they just make outbursts seeking negative attention or just seeking attention, period. They don't care how they come off. You got to consider that person doesn't have a lot of understanding as to who they are and what all that they should be doing. They're looking at you and they're getting intimidated, but you're no bully. But you do stand your ground in the name of God's love. That aggression is there. And they want no parts of it. Believe me. You sent all them swords back. That's real. Some of you might be in love with somebody. But for a lot of you, it's just really you're in love with the new you. And what you do. And how are you utilizing the new you? How are you sharing the new you? How are you allowing the new you to be a vessel to deliver the truth? How are you protecting the new you? Because the new you is not to say that you're not going to come without your experiences are going to come with less scars because they're battle scars. But you made for it. So it won't be easy. You have more knowledge. You witty. Like, you're sapiosexual. You're super intelligent. Very devout, loyal person. Anybody who doesn't think much of you is because you're using too many. You are a representation of somebody who has a limited vocabulary. You're just a human embodiment of somebody of who has an extensive vocabulary. Like the way your whole aura is more is not even the way that you, it's more than just the way that you speak. Your appearance, your aura, just it all speaks for itself, and that flies over some people's head. Okay, but that's their prerogative that somebody like you will fly over their head. That is not your problem. And keep it that way. Stand 10 toes in that energy. Because you love everybody. And what makes you dope as a teacher is you can break it down for anybody to understand it. It's just that people don't like their own truth. They don't like to look at themselves in the mirror. They rather project and point the finger at you. No, it's you. You looking at me, or you coming at me a certain way, like you coming with all these big words, you're going too far that way and too deep with this, and it's like, wait, you sound like you speaking and acting from a place of fear. Fear of what though? That you might not be good enough? Like, I don't know what this person's talking about. It's the same thing as going to a foreign country with a foreign language. Like, you don't know anything about what these people are saying, so naturally they're speaking over your head because you have no idea what they're talking about. But you shouldn't say, I can't, I don't, I won't. It's so negative and pessimistic. What about, how can I learn that? Enlighten me. Those are those are the sapiosexuals I'm talking to. The ones who, okay, you may not have understood all of what I'm saying or anything of what I'm saying before I said it, but now it's like it sparks your interest. It's like your brain constantly is evolving. Like it has memory for a reason. It's like, okay, I know that. Now I need thirst. I'm thirsting for more knowledge. Now you have to feed me more stuff. You know, hopefully it's not frivolous stuff, but you have to feed your brain more stuff. And if you try to ignore it, you kind of come off a little distorted and ignorant. Because that's your brain saying, feed me, Seymour. But it's nothing to feel arrogant and conceited about. It's just where you're at. You did the work. You should thank God and thank yourself. Pat yourself on the back, and no slow clap neither. Everybody should stand up and give this group of people a round of applause because they're showing up for you. Just like the military shows up for their country. All the countries have a military, and the military stands up and fights to protect that country. So they're war veterans. So they're owed a high velocity of honor and respect. Like people who practice Islam, they're owed a high velocity of honor and respect. Or anybody who single God out in his worship are owed a high velocity of honor and respect. So this is really just a reminder, a warning shot to those who keep sending those stupid little petty attacks. They may have been forceful when you initially sent it, but by the time it reached anybody like me or anybody else I'm speaking about, it's like a little pebble. It didn't do anything. It's like a piece of lint you just flicked off your clothes. So you better be careful who you're attacking and know why you're attacking, and don't be nobody's flying monkey. And that's just word to the wise. Until next time.